What does productivity mean to you? Welcome back to the Curiosity Concept. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Anushamisa, and on this channel I share videos about productivity, learning and law school. If you're into those kinds of videos, please make sure to subscribe and to like this video. In this vlog, I'm sharing with you a productive weekend in my life. I'm starting in my room right now. Since I used this room last year to do all of my studying in for my master's, like writing essays or writing my dissertation, I've kind of developed a serious aversion to this room. So things have started piling up. Things that I put in one place just for storage for a little while have kind of stayed there, and I really want to bring this room back. So my first task is to sort it all out, to declutter, to reorganize, to create a welcoming and calm environment. Let's go.
And so what really matters? Doing things that have purpose.
When I thought I had it figured out, when I thought that I knew what to do and I didn't need you. I can't imagine if I stayed back, what would happen if I never found you. Those times were hard and all I did was resent you. Oh no, I don't want to go back. Oh, how naive I was. I'm running to where my hope is, where I know I'm free. Ooh, this world accused me for my 1,000 crimes. I'm left in shame alone, but you tell me the truth. I'm so happy with you. Now I want to do good. Keep my covenant with you. No longer.
Probably should have ironed this first, but I was just so excited to get it on. Today is Saturday and I have a couple of things that I need to do. I'll be running a quiz on Zoom, which I need to finish up some of the questions for. And I'm also learning French. I'm self-studying French. And I'm still in the beginning stages of picking up the language again. In my first ever vlog, I think it was the week in the life of a law student, I shared that I was using Duolingo to learn French, but it's been a while since I've used that and I want to take relearning French a bit more seriously. So I'm trying out new methods, seeing what works. I'm using Pimsleur and I'm also watching shows on Netflix just to get me speaking in French and also to practice my listening. I think it's called A Very Secret Service. That's the French show that I'm currently watching. When it comes to planning out how I'm going to use my time, unlike when I was in school, I don't usually time block these activities that I do in my personal time, only because it doesn't have to be that rigid. So I kind of just make a list on Notion. I'm currently using Notion, a list of everything that I want to do and how much time I want to allocate to it. Things like the quiz, there is a deadline or a time attached to it, but with everything else it's kind of open-ended, and I don't really want to add like artificial deadlines or time blocks to the other things that I'm doing, just because it keeps it a bit more fun. The rest of my day will consist of those two things, and I think also just hanging with the family. I also consider that to be part of my productive weekend. So yeah, come with me to grab a cup of tea before we get started, and then we'll get right into preparing this quiz. So it's a couple of hours later and the Zoom quiz is finished, and after hosting it for like 4 hours, almost coming up to 4 hours, very tired. It would be very unproductive of me to go straight into doing the French that I'd wanted to do earlier now. So I'll probably take a break and just do that later. I need a nap. Happy Sunday. The last time we talked, I had just finished hosting a Zoom quiz and I'd said that I'll try to fit in some French language learning to close the day. Did I then proceed to do that? No, I did not. I had dinner and then I went to bed. Before I sat down and turned on the camera to film today, I was starting to feel kind of guilty. I had intended this vlog to be a productive weekend in my life, like all the other productive weekend in my life vlogs that are here on YouTube. But when I think about it, I've really only done 2 things: decluttering this room and of course the Zoom quiz. I just felt like I hadn't done enough to justify this whole video or to make this weekend a productive weekend. I got to the point where I didn't want to make this video because I thought it was just a wasted opportunity. But then I kind of stopped that train of thought and realized that everything that I had really needed to get done this weekend, I did. I think being so caught up in the world of productivity as I have for the past couple of years, and also having been a law student for the past 4 years, I get into a mode of thinking I always have to be doing more and more. There's always something else that could be done, and if I'm not doing anything, I'm wasting time. But I've learned that, first of all, that's not healthy, and secondly, that's not the point of productivity. Being able to do more and more wasn't the point of why I got into productivity and learning about all of these things in the first place. I wanted to learn how to make the best use of my time and how to get done the things that I needed to get done. That's it. I've seen a couple of videos in the past month or in the past few weeks on the topic of toxic productivity, especially in the context of studying or StudyTube. And in the videos that I've seen, really important discussion points and questions are raised. And one question in a video by Faye Bate, I think it was what does productivity mean to me? Or what does productivity mean to you? At the core, for me, productivity is about getting done the things that I need to get done as best as I can, but also in a way that leaves me able to still do other things. I didn't pick up productivity tips just so I could cram more and more into my day or learn how to study for 15 hours or so on end. It was just so that I could reach the point of graduating, and reaching the point of graduating or doing the best I could academically meant that there were things I had to do. I had to submit assignments, I had to study for exams, all these things that required getting done. So I learned the best productivity tips I could so I could do those things. And that's it. So coming back to now, the present moment, today, I realized that I don't need to feel guilty just because I only did 2 things in my weekend, and that my vlog doesn't show the billions of things that I could have done. I did what I needed to do in this specific weekend of my life. So yeah, I didn't study an hour and a half of French yesterday, but I ate food, I had my dinner, I got a good amount of sleep, and now I'm calm, I'm at peace in my mind, and much more primed to learn French for an hour and a half. I know there are these sayings or like platitudes about productivity, like don't break the chain, or studying for 5 minutes is better than studying for 0 minutes, like all these things to get you to keep moving and keep pushing. But I just think, at what cost do you need to do these things? Or what is it costing you to be productive for the sake of being productive? If your physical well-being and your mental health and your peace of mind are what it's costing you to get that 5 minutes, that 15 minutes or extra hour of productive activity, that might not be a good trade-off. And that's something that I've had to learn for myself over the years. So yeah, that's all I have to say on that. I think as much as I want to talk about productivity on this channel, it's not productivity for the sake of itself. My interest and passion is more about how being productive can fit into your overall well-being, or even how productivity tips can be used to enhance and boost your well-being. The world of productivity is full of different tips and advice and hacks and tricks, but the point is that you take and you use what suits you and creates the life that suits you best. I hope that all made sense. I feel like I kind of went on a bit of a tangent there, but I am now going to spend the next hour and a half or so learning some French.
Someone how he is.
It's about 2 hours later and I've just finished my French for the day. I had wanted to get through at least 2 Pimsleur lessons to review the lesson I took before and then to move on to the next one, but I was interrupted a couple of times, such as life at home, but that's okay. Also put on something a little bit warmer because it's kind of cold in this room. I'll end the vlog here because I'm not going to be doing anything interesting for the rest of the evening. If you liked this honest, realistic, productive weekend in my life, please like this video and also leave a comment of your thoughts on the topic of toxic productivity or productivity on StudyTube. It's an important issue and it's one that I care about a lot because I went through burnout myself in second year. I think I'll make a follow-up video to this as well, sharing what I've learned about healthy productivity as a student, or how you can incorporate productivity tips in a healthy way into your studying so that you don't crash and burn but you're still able to reach whatever your academic goals are. Feel free to check out the other videos on my channel, and if you enjoy them, go ahead and subscribe as well. That's it from me. Stay safe and I will see you in the next video.
Told you how